When disaster strikes and the power goes out, most people realize their survival gear is useless junk that won't actually keep them alive. In the next few minutes, I'll reveal the 9 essential products that separate real survivors from those who just collect tactical gear that looks cool but fails when it matters most. These aren't flashy gadgets. They're proven tools that work when everything else falls apart. Welcome to Financial Area, where we help you make smart decisions with your money and resources. If you want to learn how to prepare intelligently without wasting money on survival gimmicks, hit that like button and subscribe for more practical content that could literally save your life. Let's start with something most people get completely wrong. You probably have a flashlight in your emergency kit, but if you're not packing a rechargeable LED headlamp, you're missing out on one of the most practical survival tools available. Think about it. When the power goes out and darkness takes over, you need your hands free. You're not just standing around holding a light. You're cooking without gas, fixing broken equipment, carrying gear, or climbing stairs in complete darkness. A headlamp provides light exactly where you're looking, making every task safer and easier. The rechargeable feature means no fumbling with dead batteries when you're already stressed. You just plug it into any USB power bank or solar panel. Look for models with adjustable brightness and a red light mode. This preserves your night vision and saves precious battery life. Here's the reality check. Candles are fire hazards, and handheld flashlights are outdated. A headlamp is the modern solution for mobility and safety in the dark. Your hands become available for the work that actually keeps you alive. But speaking of your hands, they're your most valuable survival tools, and one injury can rend. Are you completely helpless? This is why heavy-duty work gloves are absolutely critical. In a crisis, you're clearing debris, collecting firewood, moving through rough terrain filled with glass and metal. Bare hands are vulnerable to cuts, burns, and infections that could kill you when medical help is unavailable. You need thick leather palms that are durable enough for heavy work, reinforced stitching that withstands tough conditions, and snug wrist cuffs that keep out dirt, glass, and cold. These gloves protect you from cuts and burns when you're handling rough materials and hot surfaces. More importantly, they prevent infections. In a world without easy access to antibiotics or emergency rooms, prevention isn't just smart, it's survival. Break in your gloves before an emergency hits. Keep a pair in your go bag and a backup at home. Your hands are irreplaceable, so protect them like your life depends on it, because it does. Now let's talk about water storage. Most people are smart enough to store water in large jugs, but they completely overlook how difficult it is to actually use that water. Have you ever tried lifting and pouring a 5-gallon jug? That's 40 pounds of awkward sloshing weight. It's risky, nearly impossible for children or elderly family members, and if you're injured, forget about it. This is where a manual water pump becomes essential. It turns those heavy jugs into convenient countertop dispensers with no lifting, no spilling, and no wasted water. These pumps work without electricity or batteries, and they reduce contamination by letting you dispense water cleanly and precisely. Whether you're filling cooking pots, rinsing wounds, or making sure kids can safely access water, a manual pump makes your water storage actually functional. Most pumps fit standard water jugs and work when the jug is sitting upright. Add one to your kit and transform your water storage from theoretical preparation into practical survival. But what happens when things break? And trust me, they will break. This is where heavy-grade duct tape becomes your ultimate multi-tool. Forget the cheap, thin rolls you find at dollar stores. You need industrial-strength tape that holds up under real pressure. Quality duct tape repairs gear like patched tarps, torn shoes, and cracked buckets. It seals windows to keep out rain, cold, or smoke. In first aid situations, it can temporarily close wounds, sterilize the area first, splint broken fingers, or create emergency slings. You can use it to build improvised tools, waterproof critical items, and reinforce broken handles. Look for brands like Gorilla Tape, T-Rex, or 3M contractor grade. You want tape that's rated for high heat, water resistance, and strong adhesion. Wrap a few feet around your water bottle or flashlight for easy access. This is the one tool that literally does the job of 20 different items. Here's something most people learned during recent global events but then forgot. Air quality matters. Masks aren't just for pandemics. In disasters like wildfires, chemical spills, or disease outbreaks, air quality can deteriorate rapidly and kill you just as surely as any other threat. 95 and KN95 masks filter out smoke, dust, mold, bacteria, and viruses, providing critical protection for your respiratory system. They're essential for airborne hazards like wildfire smoke and mold spores that cause serious health issues. They also prevent the spread of illness when you're living in close quarters with others. The certification matters. N95 blocks at least 95% of airborne particles, and KN95 offers similar protection. Store your masks sealed in a dry bag and rotate your stock every couple of years because elastic straps weaken over time. Don't wait for the next shortage to hit. Stock up now and keep masks in your home, car, and emergency kit. Now let's talk about shelter. A large tarp with grommets is one of the most versatile, space-efficient items you can own. With reinforced grommets, it transforms into shelter, ground cover, rain catchment, wind blocker, shade, insulation, or even an emergency stretcher. Look for durable materials like ripstop nylon or heavy polyethylene with strong grommets for easy setup and securing. Size matters here. 6 by 8 feet works for personal use, but families need 10 by 12 feet or larger. You can pitch it as emergency shelter using rope, bungee cords, or even duct tape. Use it as ground cover to protect sleeping bags and gear from moisture. Set it up for rain catchment to collect drinking water. Bright colors work for signaling rescue teams, while camouflage helps you stay hidden if necessary. A tarp is lightweight, multi-purpose, and invaluable when the roof literally caves in. Always pack one. It's the difference between having shelter and sleeping in the elements. Here's something that surprises people. A manual coffee or seed grinder isn't just for coffee lover. Yet in a crisis, it's the key to making your long-term dry food storage actually edible. If you've invested in bulk grains, seeds, and legumes for emergency food, you need a way to process them. Eating raw wheat or beans is impractical and can damage your teeth, but grinding them makes cooking faster, saves precious fuel, and makes digestion much easier. You can grind beans, oats, wheat, and seeds to make porridge, flour, or nutritious paste. Look for metal or ceramic burr grinders, not plastic blade models that break easily. You want adjustable settings for fine or coarse grinding and easy disassembly for cleaning. Remember, this works anywhere with no electricity required. If you've invested in bulk dry food storage, a manual grinder completes your setup, turning theoretical preparation into real, nutritious meals that actually sustain you. Now here's a simple tool that most people overlook. Zip ties in assorted sizes. These lightweight, strong fasteners are incredibly useful for quick fixes and improvisation. They secure gear, repair broken items, and bundle supplies with minimal effort. You can use zip ties to fasten tarps and secure shelter to trees or fences. They're perfect for repairing gear like splinting broken tent poles, fixing torn backpack straps, or holding damaged tools together. For improvisation, they let you hang solar lights, bundle firewood, or create drying racks for wet clothes. Buy UV-resistant high-tensile zip ties that electricians and mechanics actually use. Get assorted sizes, small ones for minor fixes, medium for straps and connections, and large 18 to 24-inch ties for heavy-duty tasks. Store them in your go bag, wrap them around water bottles or tape rolls, and keep extras at home and in your car. Finally, let's talk about health monitoring. Medical preparedness is often completely overlooked, but in any crisis, someone is likely to get sick. A non-contact infrared thermometer lets you check for fever quickly and hygienically without spreading germs between family members. The infection control advantage is huge. There's no mouth contact, so it's safe for multiple users. You get fast, 1-second readings even in the dark, and some models measure surface temperatures for food and water safety. Look for battery-powered models with clear digital displays, fast response times, and memory recall features. Keep extra batteries and store the thermometer in a clean, sealed pouch. Don't rely on old glass thermometers that break easily and require close contact. A non-contact model keeps you informed and in control when medical help simply isn't available. These 9 products aren't just gear. They're your insurance policy for when normal life disappears. While others are scrambling with flashy gadgets that don't work, you'll have the tools that actually keep you alive and functioning. The key is choosing gear that solves real problems, not just what looks tactical or cool. Test your equipment before you need it. Break in those gloves, practice using your headlamp, and try your manual grinder. Store items where you can actually access them, in your go bag, at home, and in your car. Remember, survival isn't about owning the most gear, it's about owning the right gear. When the lights go out, stores shut down, and normal life disappears, these 9 essentials become more valuable than gold. They're not flashy or trendy, but they work. And when everything else fails, working is all that matters. Don't wait for disaster to strike. Take 10 minutes right now to audit your emergency kit. Do you have all 9 essentials? If not, add what's missing. Each item on this list was chosen because it gives you a real advantage when everything else fails. If this video helped you think differently about emergency preparedness, hit that like button and subscribe to Financial Area for more content that helps you make smart decisions with your money and resources. Because when it comes to survival, the right preparation isn't just smart, it's everything.